welcome, my peeps. This is Barter31 here, back with another episode of a Minecraft Dungeons. Well, this is just going to be a ranking video. I'm actually here with another person who plays Minecraft Dungeons, Samkomododragon, and he and I are going to be going over a ranking. We're just going to be ranking enchantments from D tier to S tier. So, Sam, how you doing?
You good? Pretty good.
Nice. All right. Okay, so these first five enchantments, we have shielding, regeneration, knockback, and barrier, and heals the allies. These five enchantments are actually not in the game, except for heals allies and regeneration, but they're only meant for mobs. So because they're not something that the player can use, we're just going to put them in D tier.
I mean, I think the ones that can, I think especially like regeneration and heals allies, because they can be on enemies, they especially can be at the bottom because they are a pain to deal with.
Nah, that's understandable. That's understandable. Okay, so we knocked out those five. So now we only have to deal with, well, yeah, all of these. So this is going to be a bit, but first up, these what we have here are the built-in enchant enchantments. The first one is swarm resistance. So swarm resistance, you're able to take less damage whenever you're being swarmed around mobs, and this is normally used in a shulker armor or sturdy shulker armor. This is like it's good as a I don't know like what the word would be, like I guess like maybe safe haven. That's not the right term. It's like I guess it's just like it's more of it's a backup, because in case if like because like once you get like higher into the difficulty, there's going to be more mobs. Like of course there's going to be more you're going to have to deal with, and like you're going to be like in the center of the action, and you're just gonna have all the mobs just like target you. So is it useful? Yes. Do I see it in a combo? No, because it's just built in. Well, not well. Then again, there are others that are very good for builds.
I mean, I don't think I've ever really used it. So what did you say it was? It's in like the shulker armor, but built in.
Yes, yes, it's built
Yeah, I
in.
haven't. Yeah, I haven't really used it, so I couldn't really say. I don't even think I have a unique version of the armor to look at in my collection.
I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not bad, because I can just go into the sturdy shulker armor, and base and you're also given deflect and swarm resistance. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
because this is a part. This built-in enchantment was a part of the Echoing Void DLC. So like, do you
I mean,
think?
it sounds kind of mid-tier, roughly.
Yeah, I would say mid tier. Because yes you get the protection, but it's not all. But it only activates whenever you're dealing with like many mobs. So it doesn't. So like if you're just dealing like with one powerful mob, it's not going to do anything. So like see
I
like
feel like that would sort of like go well with sort of like my play style, but it I doesn't sound like it would be as powerful as just having potion barrier active.
right. Yeah, because if you do like potion barrier protection, and next you have swarm resistance, that that you're asking to be a tank. I think like a good sidekick to swarm resistance would also be thorns.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's not. So yeah, I think should we put this B tier?
Yeah, I'll leave it up to you, I think.
I would probably say B tier. Like it's definitely not C tier. like because it is proven to be useful, but the only catch is you can only use it on it's only on shulker armor. So aside from that, you know, it's pretty decent. Okay, next one, Shared Pain. This one is so good. Because this will cause more excess damage will hit nearby mobs, and this is only on the Starless Knight. And the Starless Knight, which is actually a 2-hit combo claymore. So it's just a
Let me see
claymore,
if I've
but it's
got
better.
that in my collection.
But it's better. Yeah. No, I'm
Um,
well
no, I don't see it.
because here's the thing with Shared Pain, basically that the amount of just from what I've seen, the amount of damage that you would normally do to one just to like the mob you're attacking, it would also apply to like any other mobs surrounding it surrounding you. So it's very good, definitely useful. And if you use like critical hit or like like I don't know, shockwave or a swirling, this will definitely also help pack more of a punch than just like this by itself. So very good for combos and builds. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean, obviously,
hmm?
yeah, obviously you do have the caveat that it's obviously can only have it on a single weapon.
Yeah,
But
that is the
yeah,
only downside because it's only on the Starless Knight. Because if Shared Pain was on any other weapon, then I would put it in S tier.
yeah, yeah,
Other than that,
yeah,
it's I would say A tier because it's only
yeah.
on
Well,
one weapon.
I think from my understanding of like how it would work, it would be most effective on weapons that deal a lot of damage in a single hit. So like
Yeah,
great swords, hammers, that sort of stuff. I think
the anchors
I think
are
on
amazing.
yeah. I assume when it means excess damage, it's talking about whenever you deal a killing blow to something.
It's more it's actually like at the end of it's actually at like the end of the combo of the two hits. So it's always the second hit of the combo. That's when Shared
Mm,
Pain activates.
yeah. Okay.
Okay, so next
All
one
right.
up
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
is
Again, I'll trust you and put it in A tier.
all right. Feel free to argue.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like I said, I don't really have a lot of experience with a lot of these enchantments, so I couldn't offer much opinion.
Understandable. That's fine. Okay. And this one is Shadow Shot. So Shadow Shot is on Shadow Crossbows and the Veiled Crossbow, which is the unique variant. And it has and for every shot you hit, you have a chance on activating Shadow Form. Oh, it's on kills, by the way. So you have a chance
Yeah.
so you have a chance to go into Shadow Form on kills. Yeah, I don't see I haven't like seen many people use the Shadow Crossbow or like the veiled crossbow. But I've tried it out in a tower. It's decent. Um, very I would say very good with ambush because every time that you go into shadow form, because like all the mobs would be like, oh, where's the target, and then you have a weapon which has ambush, and so you could do like an attack from behind, and that will do more damage.
Yeah, I
So
just checked. I don't have either of the crossbows that it comes with either, so I don't even think I knew it existed.
you gotta hop on Echoing Void more. Says the person that has never played Echoing Void. Oh man. Okay, so is it good for is this actually good for builds? Maybe not, but like if you would have to pair it up with like an
Yeah, I think
ambush. So it's like this is so Shadow Shot is more for like enchantment combos.
yeah, I think it doesn't sound like the most all round useful
Yeah, it
unless you're
doesn't
trying to
sound
like
that great.
stealth through them.
Yeah, no, that's true. I don't know. It's like this is like either B tier or C tier. Do you think like C tier?
Yeah, I think probably C tier. Yeah.
C tier. Okay. Yeah. All right. Next one up is Rushdown. So it's Rushdown is 100% increased speed temporarily after defeating a mob, speed burst after defeating after mob defeated, and this is only on the Tempest Knife family. More preferably on the Resolute Tempest knife because it has committed one. This one's just so good for speedrunning.
Yeah, that's
It's
yeah,
it's
that's
just
what I was thinking. This
it's
sounds
just
useful.
it's just so good, and the Resolute Tempest knife is probably, in my opinion, one of the three best weapons in the game.
Hmm,
Definitely one
it's
of
a
the
bold claim.
yeah one of the three best weapons in the game. You have Resolute Tempest knife, Fighter's Bindings, and Whirlwind Axe. I'm putting Whirlwind Axe up there because it has the shockwave,
Oh
and
yeah, no, Whirlwind Axe is actually a really good weapon.
it's very good, and you can use so much with that because it already has Shockwave one. It has you can do so much with the enchantments if you get the proper rolls.
Oh yeah, no, I have a whirlwind that I used a lot as like a secondary weapon because I've got one with crit, radiance, and like either void strike or gravity.
Yeah. Okay. So, but we're not talking about whirlwind. We're talking about the
Yeah.
rushdown or
Yeah.
the tempest knife.
We're
Um,
getting distracted.
It's fine. So what's good about Rushdown is it's basically on like every member of the Tempest Knife family. So that's good. I like that. Very useful, especially like if you want to do like speed running, or you just want to get through a level as fast as you can. And I say like if you want to use boots of swiftness or some kind of like speed enchantment, this will definitely help you out. Only issue is like if you don't know if you don't know what you're doing with the rush down, your character is just gonna be going like a pinball all over the place. Yeah, at first it's gonna be like the whole what the heck, and like the more you understand Rushdown, then it's like okay, I can get better control. I would see. I feel like this one's hard. It's like would I put this in A tier? Would I put this in S tier? I would like if I would put this in S tier, it has to be bottom.
Yeah, I don't think I would put it in S tier necessarily.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
So you would say A tier?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I would probably put it ahead of shared pain just because like shared pain is only on the Starless Knight, whereas
Yeah, I think I
Rushdown it's basically applied to the entire family.
yeah, onto better weapons, I suppose.
Yeah. Okay, next one. This is another built-in. This is reliable Ricochet. So basically Ricochet, but guaranteed, and it hits multiple targets when charged, just like Ricochet does. And this is only on the Bubble Burster. And
Yep.
from what I'm seeing from what the Bubble Burster is, basically it also grants bubble damage. So whenever a mob is hit with the Bubble Burster or some kind of or the its family, basically they'll be enveloped in a bubble, and they will then take like that kind of pop damage.
Yeah, I haven't seen the this bow, so yeah, I don't not familiar with this one either.
Yeah, I because well, I'm going to think about it like this: Is this is this very useful? Yes, because this is guaranteed Ricochet.
Yeah,
So like whereas Ricochet is like it's always by chance, but this one's like I'm going to give you that 100%. But only downside is like Share Pain, reliable Ricochet is only on one weapon, and that is a unique weapon.
yeah, and it's not even a crossbow; it's on a bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think having it on one exclusive item kind of knocks it down a fair bit
Yeah.
in my mind.
But like I don't know if Ricochet actually would apply very well with chain reaction. But I actually think yeah, I'm gonna think about it this way. If you have reliable Ricochet plus multi shot, that's basically that's five arrows that have the reliable Ricochet, and they'll basically they'll bounce off of like the one mob you're targeting. Now I don't now I'm definitely I might be wrong about this, but like if you have reliable Ricochet and then you have chain reaction, so like that so once you have that one arrow that hits a second enemy, and Ricochet is already activated, then you may have a chance where chain reaction will activate, and then five arrows will disperse. Like I said, I could be wrong. You know, anybody is willing to correct me on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I think within good enchantment pairings, it does sound like one that's useful. But yeah, again, I think
I
it's
agree.
a shame that it's only on on a single unique weapon.
I agree. Yeah. So I would actually put this in B tier, but ahead of Swarm Resistance.
Yeah, I was thinking the same.
Yeah. All right. Next one is Environmental Protection, which is environmental damage resistance, and this is only on the rugged climbing gear. Environmental Protection is an armor enchantment found in the Howling Peaks DLC, which grants the player resistance from elemental status damage, being ice, fire, or electricity. It is a natural enchantment of the rugged climbing gear. So basically, it's like Bubble Burster, Starless Night, and like and Shulker armor. Here's the problem: we don't see people running with the rugged climbing gear.
No,
It does not have that amount of usage.
no,
So
no. I think they're
yeah.
definitely better alternatives.
Oh yeah. No, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. So like I would see like the like creeping winters, like those stages, because you're always dealing with frozen enemies, and and they'll always have like strays, and I think like this wouldn't be bad, but I feel like the next you're going to be sacrificing something.
I also don't think I think as far as like protective enchantments go, I don't think this is would even be the best choice.
Yeah, because
Like it's only against specific forms of damage.
this is elemental protection, not true protection. So with this one, you think D tier?
I was thinking, yeah, C or D.
Yeah, because I see its potential, like with if you're going to certain stages, and you're dealing with a lot of like elemental mobs that will give you like a certain status, certain like effect. Yeah, I'd probably say bottom, like definitely bottom of C tier. Next one up, this is Emerald Shield. So this is only on the opulent armor, another Howling Peaks armor, and you will be given invulnerability on Emerald Collection.
Yeah, I think this one sounds interesting
Yeah,
because I haven't gotten the opulent armor, just the regular emerald armor.
yeah, I've seen Gilded Glory before, but not the yeah, definitely not the opulent armor.
So I think the opulent armor, it says it has chance to spawn emeralds when exploring, invulnerability on emerald collection,
Yeah,
and increased melee attack speed.
that's not bad. And it also it yeah, so it has Lucky Explorer 1. So that's that's not bad. And if you also have like a say, say like a triple prospector enchant enchantment on say like a weapon or a bow. Oh my goodness, you're just gonna be rich.
Yeah, I think if you are able to get a decent flow of emeralds, that would actually be pretty good.
Yeah, but but the thing is, are we are we running stages for emeralds or are we running stages for loot?
Yeah, exactly.
That's basically the main question. And normally in the reality is we're just running stages for the loot, not not for the money. I mean, like, hey, props to anyone who can actually make a like an like a working emerald collecting build. So and it's like yeah, if you want a little bit of a of like insurance, here you go. We got Emerald Shield on the opulent armor.
Yeah, I think this one, yeah, from the sounds of it, this one definitely has potential, but I think I'd certainly like to see it in action
Yeah, I
myself.
no, I agree. So this is either B tier or C tier. If it's C
Yeah, I
tier,
think
if it's C tier, I'm putting it ahead of the environmental protection.
sure we can do that.
Like I would put it ahead of the environmental protection because like because it has pretty good enchantment compatibility. Enchantment chemistry. That's probably the right word. Okay, so these are basically the all of the built-in enchantments. Do you have any changes you want to make?
I think I'm pretty good, yeah. I think that's all fine as it stands.
All right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, now let's work on the armor enchantments. So first one up is Tumblebee, which is a chance to summon a bee when rolling with up to 3 bees joining the player's side. And on tier 3, um, the wiki says 101%. That should be 100%. But we're not going to talk about it. Definitely good for a bee build.
Yeah,
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 because
bees and pets and stuff.
yeah, bees and yeah, bee build, the pet build. Because you can also get busy bee, which is an enchantment on I think just a melee weapon, and that can be proven very useful. I think it's just like the more the merrier. Unless there is there's like a little feature saying like, oh yeah, you can only have up to 3 bees combined.
This one does seem useful, but a bit situational, or like rather like only for specific builds.
Right.
Yeah. What do you reckon?
No, I'm with you on that one. I would probably put this in B tier. but like the below reliable Ricochet.
Heh, B tier
I got you on that one. Good job. Yeah.
was
Oh.
such a creative pun.
Okay, buddy. Alright, next one, Thorns. Taking damage deals damage back to the attacker. And tier 3, this does 200%.
Yeah, I
So,
think off the bat, I think this is a very good one that can be used in pretty much any situation.
I agree, especially like if you, because I've seen like people like AFK and pumpkin pastures, and like they would just be like they would be like they'd just be like tanky, and next thing you know you just have Thorns doing the work. Oh, also Redstone Mines. That's another good AFK farm, because if you get the correct generation with the mob spawners can just keep on spawning mobs, let the mobs attack you, and let Thorns and
Yeah,
take care of it.
yeah. I think
So,
any level with a spawner. Yeah,
no, I agree. You think A tier
I reckon it's better.
better?
Yeah, because I mean, even if you think about it, like compared to like the ones already in A tier, I think it is better than either of them.
Hmm. But it's still like A tier, because it's not used as much as like the all the enchantments that were gonna go um afterwards.
True.
Yeah. So I would
All
put
right, yeah,
this in A tier. It's missing like that the amount of usage.
yeah. To
So
me, it's still like a high A tier though.
no, I agree. I agree with you. Okay, next one up. Swift-footed. Rolling increases movement for speed for 3 seconds, and on a tier 3, this will increase your speed by 50%. Very good for speed running. I've seen this enchantment on on like anything on the evocation rogue family, because the evocation rogue family has that increased movement speed. So this is very, and this will definitely help um and pack more of that speed. Um, definitely good with the Tempest knife, because because of Rushdown. Boots of Swiftness, very helpful. And if you apply Acrobat to your armor, basically you're going to be able to roll much more often than without Acrobat.
Yeah.
So it has very good enchantment pairing.
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, it definitely has potential for like good synergy.
Yeah. Also,
I
like,
think for the I think for the enchantment itself, like movement speed isn't always the most useful, but yeah, obviously still good for speed running.
yeah, definitely good for speed running. But I think also like when you're just dealing with like the base game, you're just going to see this, and it's actually not a bad enchantment to have. So I would definitely put this in A tier.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm not super certain. I just don't know if like movement speed is always super useful, but I think yeah, I'd be fine with either like low A tier, high B tier.
Yeah. All right. So we would put this like behind share pain.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. All right. Next one up is surprise gift, which is using a healing potion sometimes also creates a random consumable, and this is on chance to trigger. Tier 3 is 150%. Nobody uses this really, because that's yeah. It's just healing, and then more healing on top of that.
Yeah, I think
I don't see anybody using this.
yeah, because I think if you use your potion to heal, you're obviously going to have a lot of health,
Right.
which means that like you'd have to wait to use the consumables, which would only really be viable in like boss fights because otherwise you'll just move on.
Right.
Or if you're like getting absolutely swarmed and like need the regen to stay alive.
Yeah. I see your case. So I would probably put this in D tier. Um.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah. But this will definitely be like top of D tier because all these 5 enchantments they're not accessible to the player. So, next one up is speed synergy. When activating any artifact, it gain 20% additional movement speed for a short time. And the tier 3 is 3-second duration. Definitely good pairing with swift-footed or
Yeah,
anything that has to deal with speed.
yeah.
And this is
Or
on an artifact.
yeah, I think yeah, it's also good with like if you have at least one or two artifacts with a short cooldown.
Right.
So I think obviously having like swiftness boots, that obviously is pretty like pretty good pairing.
Right.
Just speed on top of speed.
This is also going to be very good with cooldown.
Yeah, definitely.
It's very good. It's very good with cooldown because Boots of Swiftness also has that short cooldown duration. So with
Exactly.
so with the cooldown enchantment, this is going to activate a lot quicker.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think this would definitely be above swift-footed at the bare minimum.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Because it's dependent on
Yeah.
artifacts. And plus like with the cooldown, not only will those artifacts activate quicker, but speed synergy will also activate quicker.
Yes.
It's basically the same story with swift footed and acrobat.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically all I would have to say. All right, next one up is soul speed. Gathering a soul causes a gain of 1% stacking movement speed boost for a short time, and the and you can actually go up to 4 seconds of duration. And this one has a stack of 5. So basically, every time you take like once you go up to 5 souls, that's it. That's the cap of how high soul speed can go. Yeah,
Interesting.
I would probably say like definitely good for a a fast a fast weapon. And then if you but it's way better on a soul build.
Yeah, I think that would go well with like sort of like my current build if I used a soul weapon.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like a fast or just a powerful soul weapon.
Mm-hmm. I agree. I agree with you. I actually
Yeah.
funny story on my Xbox. I happen to have a soul build that I was like if I had certain enchantments, well not certain enchantments, certain items, I would be able to get 10 souls per kill. And that's also with the help of Wither armor
Well,
because Wither armor is like in my head top tier. It has so much
yeah, no,
it has so much
wither armor is very good.
it has so much potential and so much combo usage. So,
Yeah.
but this itself, like this is strictly for a soul build,
Yeah, I think it does seem a lot more restricted compared to the other movement speed enchantments.
right? So I would put this in B tier.
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
But the question is, where would we put it? Do you think like right maybe like ahead of Tumblebee?
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's definitely good. It's definitely good for soul builds, which people would actually prefer over pet builds. Of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. Next one up, like Soul Speed. This is another soul build enchantment. This is Soul Focus, which increases soul damage dealt by the player. And tier 3 is increased by 30%. And this one is, I think this one is very good
yeah.
because
That is that for the soul damage. Does that just count for like any soul weapon, or is it talking about more like soul artifacts?
I I believe that applies to like soul weapons and artifacts
Yeah, because
because
I think
corrupted beacon harvester all soul weapon soul artifacts soul focus is going to help
yeah,
deal additional damage.
yeah. I think a max like 30% damage is a very considerable boost.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
You've also got like yeah, the lightning rod, which does like an insane amount of damage per hit.
Lightning rod is so busted. I love it
Yeah,
so much.
yeah,
It's like I was like
yeah,
I'm like I love you, but you need to get nerfed. You need to get
yeah,
nerfed.
yeah,
Increase
yeah.
the cooldown
Yeah, or
time.
if you have like the more powerful corrupted pumpkin.
Corrupted pumpkin or corrupted beacon. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we both yeah agree. I think we both agree that it's definitely a good boost in damage
Mm-hmm.
if you've got a soul build.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really done much of a soul build, so I can't like guarantee, but like it sounds very useful.
Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that.
Yeah, so what do
So,
you reckon it should be put in?
uh, I would say A tier.
Yeah, I think I'd probably agree.
Mm.
I think like from the sound of it, it might have the potential to be S tier, but I just don't really know for certain.
So would we put this ahead of Thorns or behind Thorns?
I think ahead of Thorns.
Ahead of Thorns, yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Okay, next one up, I think is definitely gonna be our very first S tier enchantment. Snowball, which is fires a snowball at a nearby enemy every few seconds, briefly stunning them. And on a tier 3, it's every second.
Yeah,
This is S tier. This is
I
this
agree.
is
I think
that might sound some it might sound biased, but no, this is truly S tier
yeah,
because
I definitely can acknowledge how useful this can be.
yes, exactly. Especially when you're dealing with a ridiculously enchanted enemy, Snowball will help you out. Is like
Absolutely.
even with creepers, like double damage, like quick creepers. Snowball will just be like, nah, you just get stunned. So
Easy decision.
yeah, there's just nothing I I can I can't say. There's nothing I can say that would probably put Snowball in a lower tier. Next one up is Shadow Surge, which is mobs defeated while in shadow form grant extra souls, and you can and this is on a percent amount of souls per mob, and you can and on a tier 3 you can get up to 16. So this also falls along the line of a shadow shot.
Yeah.
This is more
Um,
for so like if you happen to have shadow shot like the veiled crossbow, but then you also have a soul build, I can see that. Aside from that, what else are you going to use shadow search for?
yeah, I'm not even sure you can. Like it seems very, very specific.
Yeah, Well,
I mean, you can't. I think in order to get the best out of this enchantment, you need some sort of synergy with shadow form,
right.
because obviously you can't guarantee that you'll get potions frequently enough to make use of it.
Yeah. No. And there's also an artifact called the Shadow Shifter, which expensive on the souls, but I would maybe consider it to be worth it. Well, I'm not sure if I would say it'd be worth it.
Yeah, I'm not convinced it's really worth much either.
Yeah, I would say C tier.
Yeah,
But
that's what I
yeah,
was thinking.
yeah, because it's not entirely useless. It has I see its potential, but like not I don't think people would be able to use that as much. So you want me to just leave it right here on C tier?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, next one up is Rush, which increases movement speed for 1 second after taking damage. On a tier 3, this is 90%.
Yes,
It's
nearly
definitely
double speed.
yeah. I would yeah. This is definitely for like I could definitely see this in a speedrunning um,
Oh,
build.
absolutely.
I would see
Absolutely.
yeah. Probably be like evocation robe. You just become the Flash.
Yeah.
This is literally just like another step in becoming the Flash in Minecraft Dungeons.
Faster than Rat God himself.
Exactly. I yeah, but other than that, I don't see Rush being used for anything else
Yeah, like,
except for like getting out of a tight situation.
yeah. Yeah, it seems powerful, but not broadly useful.
I agree. No, I agree with that. So what do we say? B tier?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was
Probably B tier.
yeah B tier, but
It's not terrible.
I would say B tier, but ahead of Storm Resistance.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one up is Recycler. Being hit by damage inflicting projectiles occasionally crafts a small quiver of arrows, and on a tier 3 this will occur on every 10th projectile. I don't see many um at range builds. Well, like something like a range build be like if you have a range weapon plus plus armor. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
see this being useful.
yeah, it would probably be most useful in a rapid fire crossbow where you'll really drain arrows.
Yeah, I
And of course,
agree.
and it's
Especially with like mechanical
yeah,
short bow, auto crossbow.
yeah, and of course it's only like strictly necessary if at any point you run the risk of running out of arrows, which could only happen if you were like really heavy into ranged weapons rather than melee,
Right.
which is not common.
Yeah, it is definitely not common for for like us players to be like relying so much on a range weapon.
Yeah,
Because the only thing that we would rely on range weapon mostly would be on like powerful mobs, such as like raid captains, powerful mobs, or bosses.
yeah, or like anything you really want to stay out of melee range of.
Yeah, I agree.
But I think it's not completely terrible, so I was thinking C tier.
No, I agree with you on that one. Like where would we put this? Would you say below Emerald
I
Shield?
honestly,
Emerald
I
Shield?
honestly reckon that like out of like the C tier enchantments is probably a bit one of the higher ones.
Okay.
I think the order I've got mine in are a little bit different to yours, but I think yeah, like relatively high.
Like right here, like top.
Something like that, yeah.
I was like, would you put it? Do you put it ahead of Shadow Surge or behind it?
Yeah, I've got it ahead of
Okay,
Shadow Surge.
okay, that's fine.
I mean, I don't think it really matters that much, but
Yeah,
I think, yeah, C tier. I think we both
C
agree
tier.
anyway.
Yeah, yeah. It's not. It's okay. It's okay. All right. This one I consider it a YOLO. And so this one is reckless. So decreases player health by 60% while increasing melee damage. And on tier 3 this will increase melee damage by 80%. Um Here's the thing, on a tier 1 it's plus 40%, so not worth it. Tier 2 is plus 60%, is meh, and then and then you have the plus 80% on a tier 3, which is okay. This one is like very, very, like, you have to be very careful with what you're doing because you
I
need.
would have said I would have said the damage increase is like very significant, especially at 80%.
Yeah, but you also have to consider like enchanted mobs that have like double damage or electrified or something
Yeah,
like burning,
yeah.
and then
I think Yeah, I think this would definitely be interesting when paired up with say like potion barrier or protection or other things that
Mhm.
have
Yeah,
high
it's like
health, and it would also be best on the armors that give you the most health.
right. That no, I agree with you on that one. And then if you have a melee weapon that has radiance, that will help you out. Or better yet,
Oh yeah, yeah.
leeching. Radiance or leeching. That will help you out. So it's a
I reckon it has potential.
it has potential, but there's like so much you have to back it up with in order for it to be good. Other but it's like if
I mean,
you
honestly, I think it would work with my build.
Yeah, your build would definitely work because you have the full metal armor, which has a 30% chance to negate damage.
Yeah, and potion barrier and protection
Yes. Yeah. So
and a lot of health.
yeah. So in that case, reckless would be pretty helpful. But say
Yeah, so I think yeah,
if I got this on a gilded like a what gear which I'm pretty sure I have. It's like I don't know. I need to have like very like my enchantment selection has to be very very strict. Other than that, it's not worth it.
yeah, I agree. It seems like specific build, but I do think yeah, definitely, I think it has potential.
All right. What do you think?
I'm thinking maybe A tier,
A tier.
possibly.
I was thinking B tier, but put it at the top.
Yeah, 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 I think that's fine.
Yeah. Because like if I were to put it in A tier, I would put it at the bottom because of how dependent it is.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, next one up is protection. It's simple. It reduces damage taken. Tier 3 negative 15%. Uh, this is without a doubt S tier.
Yeah.
This
And I
is
mean, like, paired with, like, other armors that reduce incoming damage, like that,
right.
it just becomes, like,
It's
a
such a
major. Yeah, because mine,
it
like,
helps you.
protection 3 with, like, 35% damage reduction, that's halved.
Right.
So that is very significant.
Very very helpful. And next thing you have potion barrier, which I think I would also put in at S tier as well, but I would put it
Oh, yeah, definitely.
in low S tier um because you also have to worry about that cooldown. So potion barrier might not activate as as much as you want to, unless you have refreshment.
Well, I think for me, you obviously know this, but I make very good use of this enchantment. So I think personally, I would put it as so far the highest of the S tiers.
Really?
But yeah, because like for my build, like it's such a powerful and necessary part of it.
Yeah, so like you're like I guess like you're always activating it constantly. But here's the
Yeah,
thing, like
well,
do you, like but you have do you have refreshment?
no, I don't actually.
Oh yeah, then yeah, that's basically where I see the issue.
Yeah. Well,
That is the only issue
yeah.
with
Well, for me, the way it work, the way I basically play is that I don't use the potion for healing as such.
more for
I
defense.
only really, yeah, I only activate the potion if I'm having enough damage dealt to me that I'm actually at risk of dying. So if I use the potion, I'll go up to full health, but then the barrier will keep me there
Mm-hmm.
until I've killed everything.
Yeah, that's fair.
The thing, yeah, it requires a bit of a different play style to do it without refreshment, but for me, it definitely works, and it works
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah. Okay. Back to protection. Do you think this should be ahead of Snowball or below Snowball?
Uh, actually, yeah, I reckon above Snowball.
Above Snowball, yeah. If I could just thank you. Yeah. And then Potion Barrier. Um. Yeah, I would probably put this ahead of Snowball. Next one up is Poison Focus, which, like Soul Focus, this will increase poison damage dealt by the player, and on tier 3 this has plus 75%. Um, if you have a poison build like Nightmare's Bite, or actually the encrusted golden anchor, that right there, that's really good.
Poison builds, though, seem pretty few and far between.
I understand that. Yeah, that that's fair. Yeah, because like if you actually have like a true poison build, hey, props to you. Go for it.
Hmm. Oh, yeah,
But
I'm sure it could work.
yeah, but this is we're thinking about like damage over time, rather than like we just want to be straight to the point, and we just want to like one hit our enemies.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I don't know. Like, to me, poison focus, it's very helpful to, like, if you have poison builds. However, poison builds are not as common as soul builds.
No, no, they're not.
Yeah. So I hmm I could see this in a like I could see this in A tier, but I would put it low, like very low.
Yeah, I personally, I don't think I would put it in A tier.
You'd say B tier.
Yeah,
All right, but like where ahead
yeah.
of which?
I mean, honestly, like I've obviously got Reckless in here, which I think I would like, so definitely below Reckless.
I would say below reckless. But I definitely would say ahead of reliable ricochet.
Yeah, I think roughly there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, next one up is multi roll. Um, Simple description: grants extra rolls. I would say definitely good with rolling enchantments such as swift footed. Um, Unfortunately, the problem with that is because you have, like, if for every time that you roll, of course your speed is moved is decreased if you do not have swift footed or any kind of speed enchantment. And not only that, but say like if you have one roll, two rolls, or three rolls, you're still stuck in that slow uh, movement.
I think though, if you're not terribly concerned about movement speed, it seems like something that would pair very well with Acrobat and Tumblebee.
And Dynamo.
Yeah, and Dynamo. Yeah, good point. So yeah, I think it seems to me like it opens up a lot of good synergies,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're not terribly fussed about the movement speed.
Right. This one I would put this in A tier.
Yeah, I was thinking the same too. Yeah, it seems like yeah, it opens up a lot of possibility.
Yeah. But would we say ahead? I would probably put this ahead of Share Pain.
Yeah, I think yeah, somewhere between Thorns and the yeah, rough yeah, somewhere around there, yeah, middle
Yeah.
of A tier.
Yeah. But I would put it behind Rushdown because Rushdown is just like it's but definitely useful and has a little more potential. Next one up is Lucky Explorer. Lucky Explorer has a chance to spawn emeralds with every block explored, and on a tier three, this is five emeralds, and basically the emerald family, like the emerald gear family, will have that chance to spawn emeralds. However, it's only tier one.
Yeah, I think as far as getting emeralds, I don't think this is the best and could only really be properly used with like something else that
Mm-hmm.
uses emeralds, like the Emerald Shield or Death Barter.
Yeah, Emerald Shield, Death Barter, Prospector. Basically, like if you were to go for like an actual Emerald build, you need to have these things in consideration. You like Lucky Explorer, Prospector, Death Barter. Those are like the enchantments you need to have to set up a very good build.
Yeah, I think without them, this achievement just isn't useful.
Yeah.
So I think I'd definitely put it below like some of the other
See.
Emerald enchantments.
So you would put this below Emerald Shield?
Yeah, definitely like a low C tier
Yeah, I agree.
at best.
Hmm. All right. All right. This one I love. This one I love.
Yeah, I know you do.
I could put this in S tier, and this is yeah. It's just gonna be my own bias. In Luck of the Sea increases luck, boosting the chance of unique rare drops, and this is and on a tier three this is 30% chance. So basically, it's I if I got the full description, it is a it's like any like item that has a rare enchant that has a rare tag. Yeah, okay, I got the full description. So it increases the chance for rare drops to become unique. So that means any weapon or armor that has a rare tag has an additional chance to become unique. And also the four leaf clover will also show up when it says hey, this is meant to be a rare tag, but because Luck of the Sea activated, this is now unique.
Ah,
So yeah,
yeah,
definitely very good for getting like meta items.
yeah, exactly. I
It's
think
very good.
yeah, I think the even just like the 10, 20, or 30% chance is very significant if you're trying to get hunt down something specific.
Hmm. So yeah, S tier. If it's going to be S
Uh
tier, I would put it below. I would put it below
yeah.
Snowball.
I think I'm gonna be honest, I'm probably gonna have to disagree with you a little because like if you don't need uniques or anything, it's not useful at all. Like it doesn't actually help with combat
Fair
or
or
anything else along that
defense.
line. So I
It's
think
just
for me it's definitely not S tier,
you know what when you
but I
put
think still a very good A tier.
when you put it that way, I understand your point. So like I would definitely put I'm definitely putting this in the top of A tier.
Yeah, I think actually now that I think about it, I really need to get a good Luck of the Sea set of armor that I can use for
Oh, it's
ancient
so
hunts.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. Luck of the Sea,
What?
speed synergy, or swift footed, cooldown. That's it. Unless if you happen to get a gilded item, a gilded armor that happens to have luck of the sea, luck of the sea, speed synergy, swift footed, or cooldown on level 3, and you have and the like those remaining 3 enchantments are available in their own respective slots. That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah, I can
But
absolutely imagine that.
yeah, but what's also more dependent is like what that armor piece is.
Yeah,
See, like if it's evocation rope, that's a hands down steal.
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Next one up is lightning focus, another elemental focus enchantment. This increases lightning damage dealt by the player. On a tier 3, this is plus 75%. Uh,
Yeah,
this
that's
is
definitely a significant boost.
yeah. Well, also here's the thing: lightning rod. That's all I'm gonna say.
Mm,
Lightning rod.
yeah.
If
I
you
will
have,
also
hmm?
no, I was going to say I actually just yesterday I actually got quite a good gilded Stormlander from an ancient hunt. So I
Oh,
think this will definitely go well with that as well.
yes, it definitely will go very well. And if you have
It's got
and if you have like wither armor with the additional soul gathering, and if you just set everything right, the lightning rod will become like your it's just your toy.
oh yeah. Is there actually is there a lightning soul weapon?
No, there is not.
No.
No.
Yeah. So I think for this Stormlander I think the best combo would be Radiance, Committed, Swirling, and then it's gilded with Leeching 3.
Really?
Yeah.
That is very nice.
Okay, so I think with powerful lightning weapons, this is definitely a enchantment worth considering.
I agree. I agree. It's definitely something to look into because of because like the amount of potential it has compared to poison focus. But
Yeah.
it doesn't have that much potential as soul focus.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say I don't think it is quite as versatile,
Yeah.
but it's definitely above poison focus for sure.
hmm I would definitely put this in A tier.
Yeah, I think probably like mid A tier.
Mid A tier, I would maybe say ahead of Rushdown.
Yeah, I think somewhere near, yeah, about there. Next one.
Yep, the next one up is Life Boost. Maximum health increases each time the player expends a life. On tier 3, this is 33%. Well, the one thing none of us players want to do is die.
Yeah, that seems like something that you would consider only if you're bad at the game.
Jeez. Oh, but actually, this is also very good for Reckless. So like
Ooh, good point.
in
Good
like
point.
in case you like you just mess up or you just happen to have um some powerful mob, life boost will help you with that. so at least you can last a little longer. Also,
Yeah.
I believe I saw a video where like like you expended all of your lives, so like you're basically down to your last life, and like so basically life boost was already capped out. There was also a Thorns build, and like I think that was also helpful for the just AFK farming.
You know what would be funny though is if life boost also triggered every time death barter activated.
Oh my god, that's just whew.
If that happened, that would actually be pretty broken.
It's that would be broken. That would be absolutely broken. So I would probably this is definitely A tier because it's just like um it's just insurance.
Yeah, but I think because it relies on dying, I still don't think it would be terribly high within A tier.
Yeah. Because say like I'm not sure if I would put this in B tier because like if I would put this in B tier, it's definitely top.
Yeah, I think somewhere between. Yeah, for me, I think I'd be fine putting it at the bottom of A tier.
Okay, so like very bottom A tier.
Yeah,
All right, that's fine. All right, next one up is health synergy. This is exactly like speed synergy, except every time you use an artifact, you can gain health, and on a tier 3, it's 5% of your health.
yeah. I think off the bat, this would have to be better than speed synergy because it's like has more direct use in combat.
Mm-hmm. I agree. If you, especially when you're using Deathcap Mushroom, Gong Awakening, Satchel of Elements, any attack based artifact,
Yeah, but obviously
or where you
you
also
just
like
want to you do obviously want to prefer to have low cooldown artifacts.
yes, I agree. It's like the Boots of Swiftness or the Light Feather. So yeah, this is A tier. Um,
Yeah, I agree.
question the question is, I would put this ahead of multi roll.
Yeah, I do the same definitely
Yeah, it's like
as far as like
it's not
combat is concerned.
yeah it's not as good as Rushdown, but it's definitely useful.
Yeah.
All right, next one up is gravity pulse, the armor in style, and this one a blast occurs every 5 seconds that pulls nearby enemies nearer, and on a tier 3 this is 200%. This is an enchantment that's like I've just like want to stay away from, because if I'm always dealing with so many mobs, and the next thing you know, the some of those mobs happen to be enchanted with burning.
Yeah, this one seems like very much a double-edged sword. It's very
Yes.
dangerous if you get surrounded by something strong,
Mm-hmm.
but it's very useful if you're speed running something and are trying to kill stuff like a little bit below your power level.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's very mixed
Mm.
in terms of quality.
Yeah.
So I
It's
think
like it's
to
it's
me in general, I think something useful against more powerful things is more useful than something against like under leveled enemies.
right.
So yeah, I'm not terribly big on this one either.
I'm not big on this one either. So I would probably say B tier.
I was thinking more C tier actually.
C tier, really?
Yeah, because I mean, do you think it compares to some of the things in B tier?
When you put it that way, Yeah, I see your point. Because like if I were to put this in B tier, I would put this below swarm resistance.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have mine near the top of C tier.
That's fine. I would probably do the same thing because like it's not. Yeah, like you said, it's a double edged sword. But it's like but I'd rather have like I want to keep my lives. I don't want to risk it. So like where would we put this in C tier?
Yeah, I think about where you've got it. Yeah,
This one
towards
here.
the top of it. Yeah.
That's fair. Okay. Um, Next one up is Frenzied. Player's attack speed is increased while at less than half health, and this is melee and attack rate range. Me- Melee and ranged attack speed. I need to slow down with what I'm saying. On tier 3, this is plus 30%. Um, yeah, this is another one like I don't see people use a lot.
Yeah, I think one of the major things is that while I'd say this is probably one of the few enchantments that actually has like distinct clashes, because I think this is definitely going to not really work if you've got radiance or something else that
Yes,
heals you.
yes, it doesn't. Yeah, this one does not work well. Oh, well, actually, I actually had a thought. Frenzied and reckless. Because what if in a certain time frame, like none of your gear healing um helps you out. None of your healing activates. Frenzied will actually help you uh move, you know, attack faster, and then maybe in that sense you can get rid of all the mobs in your vicinity. Plus, you also have that additional chance for radiance or any other healing enchantment to activate.
Yeah, I think
So
it's
it's a bit of like a secret weapon.
yeah, it seems risky, but I think I do you do have a point. I think it could work well with reckless, especially because obviously with the lower health, you don't have to take as much damage for it to activate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's risky, but it might be possible to pull off well.
Hmm. I agree.
But yeah, again, obviously you can't really put it too high because it does clash with a couple of
I agree.
really good enchantments.
I agree with you. I would say C tier.
Yeah, I think
C
that's probably about right.
C tier, but top of C.
Yeah,
Ahead of recycler.
yeah.
Okay.
And ahead of gravity.
Yep. I have that as well. Next one up is food reserves. Using a healing potion also creates a random food item, and tier 3, that is 3 items. Who uses this?
Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to surprise gift.
Yeah. So so really who uses this? So
Exactly.
this is just, I think this is what you're talking about. This actually adds on to the healing, because I think surprise gift, like the consumables, those would be like the potions.
Yeah, I mean, I think the potions have more potential to be
Yes.
useful, but
Yes.
obviously you can get potions that are not useful in many
Right.
situations.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I think I would definitely put it below surprise gift.
I agree with you on that one. Okay. Next one up is fire trail. Rolling creates a trail of fire that deals damage to mobs for 4 seconds. On a tier 3, this is 3x. I guess that I believe this depends on your power level on like that on the armor. So it's just like different numbers when we normally see it.
Yes,
And
yeah.
this is also a special enchantment on the Ghost Kindler, which is a daily trial unique armor. So it has Fire Trail 1.
Yeah, I think this one. I don't think this one could only really be used in a like a rolling focused build.
Yeah.
But even then, I think there's an enchantment that has like the ring of fire around it. Is there? If I remember right.
Yeah, burning.
Oh yeah, burning. Yeah, I don't think it would be as good as that,
Yeah.
especially because you have to have people in a much more specific area compared to burning.
Right. Because burning deals it's got you covered like 360.
Exactly, exactly.
Whereas Fire Trail, you need to use it in a specific line.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
and of course
it's no
it's
bueno.
and of course it only lasts 4 seconds.
Hmm.
I mean, you could obviously roll more often than that, but
Yeah.
yeah, I just don't think this is a terribly good enchantment.
Yeah. So where would you put this?
Um, I think honestly, I think I'd put this below a fair few of the ones in C tier.
Fair.
So maybe even D tier.
Oof. Oof.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, this one I'm a little I would be a little unsure about. So honestly, I would have to go with your word. So like you would actually put this
Hmm,
below environmental protection.
probably, yeah.
Hmm. All right. Well, if you're gonna have every your average Fire Trail enjoyer be like, oh, like no, you're putting Fire Trail too low. You're too harsh. Just shut up. Like you need to understand. Like the more you play Minecraft Dungeons, the more you have to understand how useful different enchantments are and what are they compatible with. Because if you're going for a tank build, you don't want like enchantments that's like focused on speed or just like on like true like attacks. But it's like next, and then if you want like a speed running build, you want to focus on speed. You want to focus on the loot. So like luck of the sea, and like you just don't like you don't want to deal with like you don't want like protect the protection enchantment because like I have the spooky Gordian, which actually has that 35% damage reduction. Like that'll get me covered.
Yeah, I think the spooky Gordian, I think that's like the reskinned
Yes,
full metal armor.
no, it's not. It's the wither armor.
Is it one of is it? Yeah, it is.
Spooky.
I must be thinking of a different one.
No, I think it was meant to
I know
be.
that.
Uh,
Oh no, that's right. It's the cauldron armor is the reskinned full metal
yeah,
armor.
cauldron armor. that
All right.
that
Anyway,
got
next
technical. Yeah.
enchantment.
All right. I'll tell you about this one. I'll tell you about that time later. Fire focus increased fire damage dealt by the player. Tier 3, 75% extra. Very good at burning.
Yeah, I'm trying to think though. What actually deals fire damage, like
Oh,
without another fire enchantment?
firebrand.
Firebrand. Yeah, because
The
I think
firebrand axe.
because yeah, I'm off the top of my head. I can't. There aren't really many that like you kind of need a fire aspect enchantment on either your bow or your weapon
Yeah,
for this enchantment to actually function
yeah.
at
I'm
all.
actually going to look this one up. I think it was like there's uh, 1 second. Minecraft Dungeons crossbows. I'm going to because there's a certain I don't remember it. Like I feel like I would know its name. but
Which one are you trying to find?
I believe it's. I'm pretty sure it's called the. Oh, here it is. Firebolt Thrower. Oh
Yeah.
no, wait, nope, never mind. I'm wrong. It just has chain reaction. Yeah. Okay, never mind. All right, we can scratch that one. I would put this below poison focus
Yeah,
because
I think.
there aren't as many fire based builds
Yeah, I mean, it honestly
compared
seems
to
like
fire compared to
it
poison.
honestly seems like it requires another fire enchantment to work, which is just like having like needing like two enchantments. Just it ain't good. It's like you're kind of wasting
Yeah,
your
yeah,
slots.
I agree. But other than that, it's decent.
I mean, obviously, yeah, like the damage increase is significant.
Yeah, I see its usability, or I don't even know if that's a word. I'm sure it is. This is what happens when you go down the stem branch. You think B tier?
Yeah, I think low B tier or highish C tier,
Okay, so I would put this in.
somewhere in that ballpark.
I would say I would say below. Yeah, definitely below swarm protection. All right, next one up. Final shout. Whenever the player's health drops below 25%, all artifacts are used, ignoring cooldown periods. And this is and on tier 3. This is up to every 8 seconds. This one, I would definitely put this in high A tier, or maybe like
Yeah,
top below like low
yeah.
S.
I mean, I think it obviously requires um, artifacts that are useful when you're at low health.
Yes. Also
So I think,
another very good secret weapon for reckless. But the question is
oh yes, yes, you're right.
how often are you going to use it?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. See, like I love how we're just like we just put. I don't know. You know, I think having it in the top of B tier is fair. Okay. Um, but back to final shout. Um, definitely definitely useful in tight situations.
Yeah, I think, yeah, with the right artifacts, definitely.
Yes, I agree. So like that's the only catch. Would we put this? Where would we put this?
I think probably somewhere in A tier,
Yeah.
maybe on the lower end because of like needing specific artifacts in order for it to be useful.
Okay, that's fine. I would actually put this. Ugh.
Hmm.
I actually don't know where to put this.
Hmm. Actually, if you
Right.
do think about it though, it would also work with, say, speed or health synergy.
Mm-hmm.
It does also pair well with that.
So would
I
you?
think if we go maybe like middle of A tier, I think would be good.
So I would actually I would put this either ahead or below Rushdown. Where would you put this?
Hmm. I'm not sure. I mean, like my order's not exactly the same, but I
Fair.
think yeah, about the middle is pretty sensible.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Next one up, Explorer. Regain a small amount of health for every 100 blocks explored on the map. Tier 3 is 1%. Again, who uses this enchantment?
Yeah, I think honestly, I think just with the values as they are, with like 1% and 100 blocks, I think this champion is just weak.
Is so weak. I agree.
Like it's yeah, I think this is pretty very D tier
It's
in my
very
mind.
like low D tier.
Yeah,
Because like I'm like this because this is basically trash. Literally, this is like this right here
yeah,
is trash. Like all these 5 enchantments, like we can these are in D tier because they're scrapped. So other than that, yeah, trash. All right, next one up
Yeah.
is Electrified, and this is rolling zaps 3 nearby enemies with lightning bolts dealing damage, and this will deal a certain number of damage, and on a tier 3 it is tripled. So yeah, rolling build, def
Or lightning build, yeah. With I
lightning
think
build, rolling,
or
yeah.
lightning focus specifically, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I would definitely
I
say,
know this one's definitely a pain to deal with when it's on mobs
oh yes,
because it deals so much
it's
damage.
so ridiculous. I hate it.
It hurts.
Yeah, it hurts. Even the veterans of Minecraft Dungeons say like, yeah, it's a nightmare. Especially when the enemy also has protection. Please, or chilling.
Yeah.
The
Or
worst.
thorns.
Yeah, Thorns is just adding insult to injury. But
So where do we reckon then?
in the player sense, decent. Because you could definitely add on lightning focus, and then if you could either do like if you do like multi roll
Yeah.
or acrobat.
Yeah. I think especially if you compare it to multi-roll and lightning focus, I'd say it's not as good because it's less versatile.
Right. Yeah,
Because yeah, because like
it's pretty specific.
yeah, if you think about it, like light the electrified is kind of like dependent on the others, but it's not the other way around, which obviously makes lightning focus and multi-roll better than electrified.
Right.
So I think could maybe put it in B.
Yeah, I would put this as a B tier as well.
I
So,
think probably like mid-range, probably.
do you think I would probably put this ahead of Soul Speed?
Yeah, I think I could do that. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, next one up is Deflect. Deflect grants a small chance to deflect incoming projectiles. On a tier 3, this is 45%, and this is also on the shulker armor and sturdy shulker armor. So this goes hand in hand with the swarm protection, but in a general sense, very useful.
Yeah, I think yeah, in general, it's very good at keeping you alive against ranged enemies.
Yep, I
Obviously, it's not going to
completely
be
agree.
as useful if you're dealing with mostly melee enemies, but
Right.
obviously does counter that by being like up to 45% chance compared to say protection's 15% reduction.
Yeah. No,
So I think this is a very
45% reduction. This is a chance to trigger. It's basically like
no,
if
yeah, that's what I said. Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah, it's like
because like
it
yeah,
hits you,
if you
it's
think
going to go
about
back.
it, in the long run, it's like it's approximately half. You take approximately half range damage in the long run.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So yeah, I think it's a good enchantment.
I would say it's definitely A tier.
Yeah, I reckon high A tier as well.
High A tier? Oh, yeah. That's fair.
Because I think
Um
keeping you alive is very useful, so I'd put it above, like, say, Thorns or Luck of the Sea.
Thorns the luck of the sea. Okay. Wait, where do you have soul focus?
Soul Focus, I have it between. I think I have it where you have it.
Okay. I would definitely put deflect. Um yeah, I think when you really think about it, deflect is it's basically like protection, but the problem is it's on chance plus
Mm.
it is uh, it's only on range.
Yeah, I think it has good, like, very good pros and fairly bad cons, so it's, like,
I would
more
probably
extreme in that
yeah
sense.
I would probably put this below thorns
Yeah, I think that's also,
because
like, a
thorn
fair.
because thorns is guaranteed. Deflect only will affect ranged mobs.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's sensible.
Yep. Okay, next one is Death Barter. Death Barter. The first set of emeralds collected are stored and then spent to save the player from death. And on tier 3, this is 50 emeralds to save the player from death. Very good for like an emerald build.
Like still useful on a non-emerald build
I agree. I
if
agree
you
with
don't
that.
if you don't if you don't completely suck at the game.
That's true. Also,
Because I think yeah, I think
but also again another good pairing with Reckless.
yeah, I think honestly, I think I'd put it even higher than that though, because in general, if you're decent but are doing
Yeah,
like very difficult ones like ancient hunts or daily trials or any of that sort of stuff, it could probably come in clutch if you face against a a single very powerful enemy.
I agree. I agree with
Because
you.
obviously if you're good enough that you're not dying frequently, you'll should still be able to get enough emeralds to activate it.
I agree with you. So this
So I
is
think this is probably A tier.
A tier. I agree with. Maybe maybe ahead of Soul Focus.
Um, yeah, I could probably agree to that.
Yeah, same. All right, cool. Next up is Cowardice or Cowardice. I believe that's the correct pronunciation.
I'm
And
pretty sure I think it's cowardice.
yeah, Cowardice. I would. Yeah. Okay. Cowardice. Deal increased ranged and melee damage while at full health. And this is on plus 40% on a tier 3. Again, good pairing with Reckless. Very good with Radiance and Leeching or any kind of healing enchantment.
Probably bad otherwise.
I agree. Otherwise it's not that good.
I mean, yeah, I agree. Like, if a fast radiance weapon that can keep you
Mm-hmm.
that can
Yeah,
that's the easiest way to stay at full health.
daggers, gauntlets, uh, any fast weapon. I would say B tier.
Yeah, I think probably high. Yeah, I was thinking either high B tier or low A tier.
That's fair.
I think.
Cause
Yeah, I'll put it at the top of B tier. I think.
yeah, I would probably put it ahead of Reckless because Reckless is super strict. Where
Yeah,
but it's good. Whereas Cowardice is not as strict, but it's still good. Okay, cooldown. Reduces the cooldown time between the uses of artifacts. On a tier 3, this is negative 37%. This is definitely S tier because if you have
yeah,
multiple cooldown, that stacks. This
yeah. I mean,
will
this can.
stack.
Yeah, and especially because this can absolutely open up like completely new artifact
Yes.
combos
Yes.
at high enough power levels. Because like
Yep.
for me, if I like run double mushroom, but if I get max cooldown, I'll be able to have constant mushroom
Yes.
with just one, and then
Yep.
that'll free up a slot, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll have constant swiftness boots, mushroom, and gong.
Yeah. Especially and
So yeah, this
but
is
also if you but you with the verdant robe or anything of the evocation robe family, you're set.
yeah.
You are
I think this one can absolutely be cracked.
this is regardless. I would definitely say this is top of S tier, hands down. This is the number
Yeah.
one enchantment everybody needs.
Hmm.
This is the number one enchantment. If you guys get this, apply it. But only if the other enchantments on the different slots are good. Other than that,
Yeah.
this is your go to.
Yeah, and I mean, it obviously the artifacts as well are going to have a also going to have a decent impact as to how effective it is.
Right. Okay. Next one up is chilling. Emits a blast every 2 seconds that reduces the movement and attack speed of nearby enemies for 1 second. On a tier 3,
This reduced speed is decreased by 60%. Good for a tank build. Very good for defense.
Very annoying to fight against when
Tell me
mobs have
about it.
it.
Oh, tell me about it. It's so common. It's so annoying. It's like every time like I go into a certain level, I see that blue circle. I'm like, please.
Yeah.
No, it's just to the point. It's like I don't care anymore.
They had to add it to nerf fighters bindings.
Well, not with you when you have Death Cap Mushroom. Oh wait, what's that? You have cooldown? Screw you, chilling. Yeah. Oh yeah, wait,
Yeah,
wait,
I
wait, wait, hold on,
think.
hold on, hold on. Hold on. Lightning rod? It does nothing. Chilling will not do a thing.
Yeah, I think having this though can actually be pretty useful.
I agree.
It's sort of like a. It's almost like a weak snowball. But obviously, it applies to every enemy in range,
Yeah.
which I think it definitely has its own merits
Mm-hmm.
as an enchantment,
Yeah. So
and
this
also very general, very broad, wide range of use.
yes, I agree. So this is definitely A tier.
Yeah, I agree.
Where now question is where would we put this? Would we put this like
I think fairly high.
fairly high? Would you say
Um,
below Luck of the Sea?
yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I think
There might
maybe
be a
the
little
middle-ish.
there might be a little bit of bias as to why I'm just leaving Luck of the Sea in the top of A
Well,
tier.
I've still got Luck of the Sea at the top as well.
Yeah, it's so good, but it's just like it's just not all that necessary. So fair enough that it deserves to be top of A tier.
Yeah.
It's like that the Star Wars prequel movies like we we did not give you the we did not grant you the rank of S tier. But I'm such a good enchantment. Silence. Okay. Where would you actually put chilling? Would you put it ahead of Death Barter?
um, to be honest, I'm not in 100% sure either way.
Hmm.
I think you could have it anywhere between. You could have it above Death Barter or just below Soul Focus. I'm not sure, to be
Yeah.
honest.
No, because I see chilling having more use than Death Barter.
Yeah.
So chilling will be ahead of Death Barter.
Hmm.
Okay, next one up is burning. Every half second it damages all nearby enemies. This is also random, I guess, random generated damage. Well,
Yeah.
depending on
Hmm.
the level of the gear.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely better than Fire Trail, that's for sure.
That is very true.
Yeah.
Very helpful with
Mm.
fire focus.
Yeah.
Also you can see burning on the Ember rope, but it's only tier 1.
Hmm. I think in terms of function, I would say it's actually similar to both Thorns and potentially more like general than Electrified.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe you could
I
like
agree with you on that.
broadly speaking, we could probably slot it between the two.
Yeah, I would probably consider this to be A tier because this will constantly activate over and
Hmm.
over and
Yeah.
over again, and then when you have
Yeah.
fire focus, that's more damage.
Yeah. I
So
think I think it is slightly less utilitarian than some of the other enchantments though, so I'd probably put it towards the personally I'm thinking towards the bottom of A tier
okay,
because it's just like just straight damage.
yeah, I would probably put this ahead of multi roll. Well, no, behind multi roll. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
meant
yeah,
I
I
meant I
definitely
meant
agree.
I meant I said I meant ahead of share pain.
I think I'll put it just ahead as well.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Pardon me. These next three enchantments are beast enchantments, so these are good. So these are good for pet builds. So the first one up is Beast Surge, which using health potions boosts pets attack and movement speed for 10 seconds. And on a tier 3, this is plus 150%. This one's like you would need refreshment. Potion berry would definitely be, of course, that's also helpful to you, but
Yeah.
not only that, like it'll also be helpful to your pets.
Yeah, I think.
I don't. But the problem is I don't see people using pet builds a lot.
Yeah, I think you do kind of need refreshment to have it because otherwise you can't
Right.
really be risking using your potion when you don't need it for yourself.
Right.
And yeah, at the same point, not many pet builds. I don't know, like, if they're really. Personally, I don't have much experience on whether or not they're actually that powerful.
So I see its usage. I see where you can I see the combo potential, but it's like if you have the like Beast Surge, Beast Burst, and Beast Boss all together, and that's it.
I think, yeah, if you went heavy into it, yeah,
Yeah.
but I think on its own, like, kind of needing refreshment definitely weakens it.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Oh, if I would put this in B tier, I would put it low.
Yeah, I was thinking the same,
Like
to be honest.
maybe below fire. Would I put this below fire focus?
I think I would.
I would do the same. Okay, and then I guess would we do the same with Beast Burst and Beast Boss?
Beast Burst definitely because that also requires potions. I
Yeah.
think
Oh
in
yeah, and
general,
then
Beast Boss would probably be.
is better.
I think, yeah, it's like under general, so it could put maybe like mid to high B tier for Beast Boss.
I agree. I agree with that. That deserves to be like mid, or I'd probably say mid tier, maybe ahead of Tumblebee.
Yeah, I think.
Either ahead of Tumblebee
Um,
or ahead of Soul Speed. I think I'd put it
yeah,
I would put it ahead of Soul Speed,
yeah,
or it's like, and then Electrified maybe debate. It's a bit debatable.
mhm, yeah. Next one.
Yeah. Next one. All right. This one is Bag of Souls, which increases the maximum number of souls that can be carried. On a tier 3, this is 100%. Very good. Very, very good for soul builds. So you can carry, basically you can carry more souls and more lightning rods in a nutshell. More absurd damage.
Yeah, more
Anything
more
anytime
corrupted
anytime
beacon.
yeah, anytime I think about a soul build, I always think lightning rod. It's so good. It's so broken.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah,
definitely, if I actually would make a top 3, well no, top 5 enchantments. No, not enchantments, artifacts to use. It's definitely going up there. Like maybe like my second best.
mm,
Like
yeah. Anyway,
number 1 is Death Cap Mushroom. That's a given.
yeah. Okay, but I think for Bag of Souls, this has got to be like the most broadly useful enchantment for
Yes.
any soul build.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Also this enchantment's on the Verdant Robe, which is only tier 1 though.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, you do obviously consider if you have enough soul gathering just from your weapons and your armor and stuff, this may not strictly be necessary. But yeah, I think it's definitely still
Well, I mean,
a good enchantment.
if you're going to go for tier 3 and you have like that like plus 10 souls per kill, that's useful.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think. What do you reckon?
I'd say A tier.
Yeah, I think
A tier,
probably about
maybe.
mid A tier, maybe.
Mid A tier. Like ahead of Rushdown.
Yeah, I think I'd
Ahead
put
of
mine just above lightning focus.
just above lightning focus.
Hmm.
Yeah, this is a little debatable. Maybe actually maybe ahead of soul focus.
Hmm.
Ahead
Interesting.
ahead of soul focus. Because we're talking about a collection of souls.
Yeah, I
And
think.
and soul focus would help more. It would is soul focus is good, but if it has that bag of souls assistance, it becomes even better.
Yeah, I think.
So
Yeah, I think you got a point there.
I would probably put this ahead of soul focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where that's where you belong. You belong there, my friend. Okay. Acrobat reduces the cooldown time between rolls. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the final enchantment in the armor section.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we have
Well,
we have
I'm sure because I was looking at the wiki and I had a feeling we missed a few.
there was I saw prospector in the
Yeah.
armor enchantment. I don't know why. It feels a little weird.
Um.
I think that was a mistake.
Actually, no. Yeah.
Or
Might be. Yeah. No. I think. Yeah. I think you're right.
yeah.
Next one.
Or unless it was,
Acrobat.
or unless in like one of the DLC updates, there's like you could say like you could apply prospector to armor. I don't believe that is the case. Like in I think you could apply it. It was applied to ranged weapons.
All
Uh,
right. Acrobat.
Acrobat reduces cooldown time between rolls. Tier 3, 45%. This is very good. Definitely very good
Yeah. I think.
for
Yeah. This is.
combos. This is A tier.
I think on its. Yeah. On its own, probably not that useful, but definitely, I'd say honestly say it's crucial for other things that rely on rolls.
Actually, it is pretty good by itself because like the plate armor family, reinforced mail family, because they have that 100% roll down, the longer roll cooldown.
Yeah,
Acrobat will
I know.
help that.
Well,
It is a counter, a very good counter.
yeah, I do think this is definitely a high somewhere in the A tier.
Yeah,
I think
I would probably.
definitely above like burning and speed synergy. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Oh, the moment you said high A tier, I was thinking ahead of Soul Focus. But
Really?
yeah, I heard high A tier, but when we really think about it, no, that it makes sense. I would probably put this ahead of multi roll.
Okay. Yeah, I can see a reasoning for that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think it would be as I wouldn't consider it as useful as life synergy though, so I wouldn't put it any higher.
yeah, that's fair. I'll say you're a bit robot, but I think you'll be okay.
I think one of us might be having internet issues, perhaps.
Uh, all right. Well, those are all the armor enchantments. This is honestly this is honestly pretty good. I'm happy. I'm happy.
And it's
with
only
this.
taken us, and it's only taken 2 hours.
Oh god. like as I was like I feel like if I were to do this myself, I would have some like confliction, but like when I'm talking since like I have somebody else like we can actually like deliberately discuss about their like each enchantment's usage.
Yes, civilized debate.
Yes, civilized debate. MC Minecraft Championship joke. Everybody when they're discussing who's the second best player, it's an all out war. Everybody discussing who's the best player. Pizza Hut. It's hands down. It's just hands down. All right. All right. Now we're going to go with the ranged enchantments. First one up is Wild Rage. Hitting an enemy has a chance to send it into a rage, making it hostile towards everyone. And this has a 40% chance to activate. And this is seen on the Pink Scoundrel and the Love Spell Bow.
Is this bow only, or can you have it on crossbows?
This I think it's both.
Yeah, because I think this would definitely be most effective on a rapid fire crossbow because you'd obviously have more chances of activating the enchantment without killing it.
The Love Spell Bow is a part of the short bow family, so it is rapid fire. And then the Pink Scoundrel, I believe, has a guaranteed ricochet. Yes, it does. It has a guaranteed ricochet. Well, not reliable ricochet, but it's tier 1 regular ricochet. So in this sense, Wild Rage, honestly, I put this in C tier. Like I see its usage. I can't put it in D tier.
It's not that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So far, I can't see any of my crossbows that have it.
Oh. Oof.
Which is making me worry that it is in fact bow only.
Oh, that's that is unfortunate.
So yeah, in general, you'd obviously want it on a short bow, like the mechanical short bow? Is that the accelerate one? Yeah, mechanical short bow.
Yeah.
Do you reckon C tier?
Yeah, this is C tier. I'm not seeing any word on it being a enchantment for a crossbow.
Nah. I think as far as C tier enchantments go, I don't think this one is that useless.
Yeah.
So you could probably put it towards the top of C tier.
That's fair. Where would we put this? Maybe below Frenzied?
Sure.
I'm not sure where you would put that. Alright, next one is Ranged Void Strike. Attacking a target applies a damage multiplier that rises steadily to a max level, then is removed. Tier 3, this is it says 6.
Your voice is very low body, by the way.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Your voice is going roboty.
So is yours. Yeah, you guys are gonna give us success a moment. We're just going to fix internet issues. Okay, internet issues have been fixed. All right, we were talking about Void Strike ranged, and it says on the wiki when we're talking about enchantments, it says 600% on a tier 3 for Void Strike ranged. However, that is actually false. It is 300% max damage multiplier on range. The 600% comes from the melee weapon. But this is S tier. This is honestly S tier because this is very good for raid captains, powerful mobs, or even
Yeah.
bosses. Because like all you really have to do is just stand at a distance, have the first shot, take your first shot, let that hit, then you just wait a bit, and then shoot again, and then
Yeah, obviously it's
that's where that multiplier will come in.
yeah, I think the one caveat is that it's obviously most effective on longbows and heavy crossbows because they'll obviously deal more damage in a single hit.
Yes, I see that, and but also like if you have like dynamo or well actually no dynamo does not work, that does not work that well with void strike. Well, no, it does, but like dynamo goes first, then void strike. But if you want to do the overcharge, then overcharge just
Yeah,
works
overcharge.
works hand in hand. Cause okay, funny story for you guys. So me, Sam, and one other person, we were doing an ancient hunt together, and we came across an ancient boss. I wanted to demonstrate my webbed bow, which has overcharge, void strike, and dynamo. So I stacked up dynamo to 20. We click the lever. The ancient boss spawns, and the moment I have my bow charged, this was the scuttling tournament, by the way. The moment the ancient boss spawns, the skeletons that spawn as well just all target me, shoot me down. I couldn't even get
Instantly.
I could not get
It was like
my bow
snap of the
ready.
finger.
I was like, screw those skeletons. It was so bad. And by the way, like, and you guys can actually see me, like actually take on like the scuttling tournaments. Like I've demonstrated how good that bow is in one of my previous videos. But aside from that, this, like, for range, this is top tier. Well, not top tier, S tier. I would probably either like, because like protection and potion barrier go hand in hand.
Yeah, and they're obviously more general, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because like you said, it's like obviously voice strike's less effective on short bows or crossbow or the faster crossbows.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're not as, yeah, because voice strike, you need that long duration between shots in order for it to work. Because other than that, it is, yeah, it's not that useful. I mean, then again, that's why we have critical hit, which we will discuss that in a later video, because we did agree on that we would stop here. So, do you want to make like any final changes with the tier list?
I think in general it's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, I think a couple of mine are in slightly different orders, but I think that's more just from like what my own personal preferences would be and your personal preferences.
Yeah, that's
It
fair.
is largely the same, so I think
Yeah, we probably just only have
we
like a
can
few,
all agree on that.
yeah, we only have a few swaps. So that's fair. Okay. Well, yeah, we could definitely do this. We can continue on this another time. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.